If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Roddy Ricch accuses Tory Lanez of biting. And what's up with this Kanye West album? Lil Pump announces a new album with Gucci Mane, and Lil Nas X takes a break. Let's talk hip-hop. So, this is interesting, right? Because, Tory Lanez is a rapper, right? So he goes on, right? He goes on Instagram and he puts up like a little clip of a song called Watch for Your Soul, right? And the song is dope, right? He's talking about like his dead homie or whatever like that, right? And then Roddy Ricch, of course, has a song called Rich Forever. And basically, Tory Lanez just uses the same beat that Roddy Ricch did on Rich Forever. We know it's Roddy Ricch's song, right? And if y'all don't know, Roddy Ricch, he's dope, he's fire, he's from the West Coast, and Nipsey Hussle actually brought him in the game, right? So Roddy Ricch sees this, right, and then comments on Tory Lanez's post and basically says, you can't bite no harder than this, Tory Lanez. I thought we was better than this, right? And as far as I knew, I thought that Tory Lanez and Roddy Ricch were pretty cool, right? So Tory Lanez responds to Roddy Ricch and he's like, I wrote this verse about a dead homie. I use your beat because I love your version and I wanted to tell my own story about my dog who got killed. I didn't use anything of yours but the beat. Millions of niggas go on other beats every day, but I'll do you one better. We better than this, right? Going on social media and talking all crazy, trying to get clout when you have my phone number and you could just call me as a man. I don't want to continue this here. If you need to holler at me, you got my number, right? And this was dope what Tory Lanez said. Not only did Tory Lanez body Roddy Ricch with that, he didn't really get disrespectful or nothing like that, and kind of almost made Roddy Ricch look crazy, right? So this is hip hop. Tory Lanez is a rapper, and a lot of times when people come out with a song, a lot of other people jump on it. Look at Passing Over with So Brooklyn, right? Everybody jumped on the So Brooklyn joint, right? People do stuff like that all the time. If a beat goes viral, everybody's gonna hop on it, right? Between Young M.A., Bodak Yellow, Cardi B, and in reggae, they use the same beat for everything. It'll be like 1 week, and every single reggae artist that does dancehall music will come out on that same beat. You think the DJ is playing the song for like 20 minutes straight. You're like, damn, this song is still going? They got, Sean Paul on the shit too, nigga? You know what I'm saying? People do that. It's hip hop, right? So for Roddy Ricch to get all crazy and mad at Tory Lanez is a little weird and interesting, right? He must have been mad at Tory Lanez for something else and just decided, I'm gonna get him now. I'm gonna call him out now because this is something tangible that I can show the people, right? And Roddy Ricch also kind of sounds like to me how LMA sounded when Jaquez jumped on her song and she was just salty because that part of Jaquez's version blew up even bigger than LMA's version. So it kind of sounds like that. Is Roddy Ricch scared that the Tory Lanez is gonna take this out of here and that people are gonna think his version of the song is the remake or the remix or whatever like that? I don't know, but let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so like a month ago, right, Yandhi, Kanye West's album Yandhi leaked, right? Completely leaked, but I just kind of felt like it was like an industry leak and that Kanye probably just threw it out there, right? Everybody was streaming it on YouTube and everything like that, right? The very next day, Kim Kardashian does an announcement and she's basically like, yo, don't worry about Yandhi because the new album called Jesus is King is coming out on September 27th, right? Which was yesterday. So everybody's waiting and waiting for Jesus is King, and then it doesn't come out and people are highly upset, right? But then Kanye West makes some kind of weird announcement or whatever saying that he's going to do an album listening party or some kind of concert that is a visual, Jesus is King or whatever like that in Detroit, right? And he was giving out tickets for free and he was like 8 o'clock Detroit time is when people will be able to hear the album on Friday. But that came and went. That was yesterday, and I guess the the people that were there at the event did get to listen to it, right? So today, here in New York, Kanye West is actually supposed to be doing the same exact thing that he did in Detroit, but here in New York, where he's gonna do like an album listening party, all leading up to tomorrow, which is Sunday, which is when the album is really supposed to come out, Jesus is King, right? And I guess he's dropping it on Sunday because, you know, he's doing the whole Sunday service thing, so he wants to come out with something on a Sunday too, right? Plus, this album has a lot of like gospel elements and like, you know, I mean, hey, the album is called Jesus is King. The lead single off of the album is called Sweet Jesus, right? So, you know, there's that, right? But everybody on Twitter, you know, is not too happy with, you know, Kanye West coming out with the album, or is not really too excited, right? For me, I'm not really excited. I could take it or leave it. You know, Kanye West pissed me off, you know, a year ago, whenever that was, when he was like, Donald Trump reminds me of my dad, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people on Twitter feel the same way, right? So, you know, a lot of people have been attacking them. You got half of the people that's like, yo, yeah, I can't wait for Kanye's album to come out. Yo, we sitting here waiting for it. I can't wait. I love it. And then the other half of the people is like, yo, Kanye could go somewhere with that, right? So, you know, one person on Twitter is like, Kanye West sold his blackness to Trump in order to show Sony and ATV Music Publishing that he has two white masks. This person went in, right? He goes, he's just settled with Sony, but the album Yandy is still coming, but the album is still coming out on Sony. The album should be called Rob Stringer as King, not Jesus, right? Coming at Kanye, right? Somebody else said, don't be fooled. Over the past 3 years, Mr. West has disrespected the black community of America with comments on certain subjects. Now he's trying to cater to the black church and gang those who turn their back on him. Don't fall into the trap. Jesus is King, right? And I kind of feel the same way, right? Does that mean I'm gonna like boycott Kanye's album? No, you know, I'll listen to it, but at the same token, I'm not fiending for a Kanye album, and if it don't come out tomorrow, I ain't gonna be like, yo, Kanye, we sitting here waiting for the album. You know what I mean? And I guess, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Studio vibes. Yeah, whole Gucci Gang tape on the way. Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, Gucci Gang tape on the way like my bitch's abortion. You dig what I'm saying? Mission abort, remember?
Yo, alright, so, yo, that's Lil Pump and Smokepurpp, right? And Smokepurpp is like, Gucci Gang tape on the way, like my bitch's abortion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, right? But the whole thing is, right, like, okay, finally, right? And let me tell you something, man. They've been talking about this Gucci Gang album coming out since, I don't know when, like 2017, it's 2019 already, right? But I don't know, hopefully it is really coming out. So, for y'all that don't know, Gucci Gang is like a super group of 3 rappers, right? Smokepurpp, Lil Pump, and Gucci Mane, actually, right? And then, you know, Lil Pump and Smokepurpp be having fake beef on Instagram and stuff like that, but they're like brothers, right? So how could they really beef, right? If 2 brothers are gonna beef, I mean, it's just like, you know, they mad at each other and then they call each other the next day, right? But finally, Gucci Gang is coming out, and I think that this is gonna be fire, right? They named it after Lil Pump's, you know, breakout single, Gucci Gang, and of course, you had Gucci Mane on the remix, and I think that's kind of like when they came up with the idea, like, yo, we should have a group called Gucci Gang with all of us on it and just come out with a joint, right? But when is it dropping, right? Lil Pump got some good music. I fucks with Smokepurpp, and of course, you know, Gucci Mane is a legend out here in these streets, so I'm looking forward to it, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so Lil Nas X goes on Twitter, right? And he's like, it's been a wild 7 months and I'm ready to take a little time off. Sorry for everyone attending TwitchCon or the Sandbox Music Festival. I will not be there. I love you guys and I'll make it up to you some way, right? And this is kind of cool. I mean, look. So Lil Nas X, you know, this time last year, he was a regular dude, like you said, chilling at his sister's house, sleeping on the floor and on the couch, and she was like, you gotta get a job, you know? And then this time, you know, this year in 2019, he's a multi-millionaire, right? He had the biggest song this year, and he actually broke a record. He has the biggest song in history, period, point blank, end of discussion, right? whether you like Old Town Road or not, right? And so this is crazy because Certified Classic, even though he's mad young, he's 20 years old, Panini's doing good, that went platinum, his EP7 is doing good, that went platinum, you know what I'm saying? So he's just like, you know, probably been traveling and on the road and just doing a bunch of interviews and shows and in the studio and recording and everything like non-stop, back to back to back to back, right? And even though he's young and only 20 years old, I'm sure he's like, you know what, I need a break, right? And this is kind of cool. The reason why I say it is because a lot of people, especially if they're young, just like to get thrown into it and they're just like caught up in the whirlwind, and before they look up, they're, you know, all fucked up. You know, the health is bad, they're having seizures, they, you know, their mental health is all messed up and all that stuff, right? So for Lil Nas X to be like, you know what, I am gonna take a break, my bad, I'm canceling these 2 shows, I'll holler at you, is pretty cool, you know? And he says that he'll make it up, but even if he doesn't, it's cool because you gotta worry about yourself first before you worry about everybody else. I mean, even when you're in an airplane and the airplane's going down, what they say, put your face mask on first before you start helping others, because if you go down, then you're gonna be no good to anybody, right? So this is pretty smart. Let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram. Y'all already know what to do. Peace.